Broadcasting from the business capital of the world, this is the Podcast Business News Network. All right, guys. Hey, welcome back. Welcome back. I got something very special for you guys right now. Do you guys remember my friend Aminah Hamdan? You know, she is the founder of the official petboutique.com, straight to the point, petgrooming.com. She does courses. She wants to tell you what she knows so you can go out and you can actually, groom, learn the grooming industry, and you can actually do one. You can open up your own place. She wants you to be independently, financially okay, and she's going to teach you how to do that. I love talking to her because she loves animals, and what's really cool is that we're doing this face to face now, and she is actually in Ohio because she's getting some pets ready for this dog show, which is so cool. So, guys, if you want to call in 631-730-7376, or you can instant feedback, kcinstantfeedback@gmail.com. I'll see it pop up. I'll read it, and Aminah can answer it. Aminah's website, officialpetboutique.com, straight to the point, petgrooming.com. Guys, it's my honor and privilege to welcome back to the show my friend, Miss Aminah Hamdan. Aminah, what's going on?
Everything is going on. Everything. All of my boutique that's getting built out, all my inspections, today is the last day, and all the inspections will be done. So when I get back to Milwaukee, that's going to be ready for me to move everything into it and decorate it and get my groomers in there. That's going to be super happy time. And I'm here in Ohio now for the pet grooming show. And I have one of my employees with me. She's never been to a show before. And I'm like, girl, you are going to love this. And she walked in, it was like a little kid in a candy store. She was just like, I'm like, girl, you just have no idea. So I'm actually here for my fragrance line that I have. I'm a vendor in the show for all of the Midwest groomers. So I'm super excited because last year, due to COVID, everything was virtual. So it was a little trying during that time because you can't smell things over, the internet.
Yeah, right. That's a little difficult. Yeah.
But now I'm super excited. And now, we're going to see different techniques, new products. We're going to upgrade our game and see what else is out there, make more acquaintances, business relations. I'm super happy. I'm super excited.
Yeah, you sound like it. I mean, this is totally cool. So now, take me through this whole structure, how it happens. I mean, when do you, as the groomer, when do you groom? Right before they go on, or tell me the whole thing? I know nothing about it.
So in the grooming show, so these are grooming competitions at the grooming show.
Oh, so it's not a dog show. It's a grooming competition.
Yeah, it's grooming competition for groomers. So groomers all from the Midwest are coming. They compete with other groomers, whether that be a particular breed style, a breed cut, or coloring, or anything that's out of the normal of inner city pet cut, shave down. So you're competing with other groomers who think they're on the top of their game. And all the judges are going to say, okay, give you your points here, there, and there. I'm not particularly doing the competition because I'm here for my fragrances, to help other people up their game in certain areas of their business too. But it's super fun to watch. It's kind of cool. Like when you see the ones on TV. They have one on TV now that they're doing. I forget the name of it. I don't remember what it is. I don't even watch TV. I don't remember the last time I watched TV.
But tell me more about your fragrances. To talk about that, yeah. I don't really know too much about it.
Well, my fragrances, they're limited ingredient fragrances because a lot of animals, they tend to have a lot of skin allergies. So a lot of people, when they use their air fresheners in their house or their carpet fresheners or their plugins, the dogs, they tend to lick on their paws a lot, their feet or their bellies, their anus area. And that's because they're having an allergic reaction on their skin. So I developed a fragrance line, which is limited ingredients. It's only 5 ingredients. And I have about 20 different scents in my fragrances. And because they're limited ingredient and the scent, you can't find, if you look in pet fragrances, in other areas of Petco, PetSmart, Walmart. All the fragrances, they tend to be the same, kind of like a baby powder fresh or like a bouquet or like weird ones. But these are like scents, like really good smelling scents, like higher class luxury scents, like that will like illuminate a scent that you're familiar to your nose, but made for an animal
Okay.
instead
All
of
right.
a human. So that's what I'm here promoting on my side. And I also sell it in my boutique, my brick and mortars as well.
Okay.
And I also do like, all the bling stuff. I'm a bling person. So
I
like I
know.
have
I
like the
know. I
bling
know that about you.
collars. Yeah, all the bling collars, the fake nails for dogs. Like that's what I do. And of course the fake nails are like all glittered out and stuff like that too. So I'm definitely going to take pictures and videos and I'm going to post them on my Facebook page because it's super exciting because I have like a ton of groomers on there. And like most of them can't make it because they're working obviously, but
Right. Of course. Yeah.
it's so fun. It's so fun. I'm so
Yeah.
excited.
You are. I mean, I can see it. I can see it in your face. I finally get to see you. But it looks like if people out there are listening and not seeing this, she's so excited. You can see it. She's smiling from ear to ear. Uh, so, what do you have? Like a booth or something? Do you have a?
I do. And I got the corner booth. So like right when you walk into it, like you ever go to like one of your state fairground things and like you walk into the building and then all of the like little vendors you can go shop around.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
I'm like mine is like the first table when you walk in the
Oh, so you're
corner.
gonna get that foot traffic. You can get everything.
Yeah.
Nice. Nicey nice.
It's like I'm so stoked. I'm just like like, I'm so happy. It's exciting. And I brought my daughter too. So she's a pretty good sales girl. She's only 11, but that girl could sell. That girl could
I
sell.
wonder where she got that from.
I
Here,
know.
let me go to instant feedback here. I got to get closer because I don't. I should get glasses. Mina, uh, Gene from West Virginia. Will you be streaming the event?
I didn't think about that. I don't really know how to stream, but I'm sure my employee does. She's pretty swifty on like these little mechanical things. But that's an excellent idea. I should do that. I'll bring it up to Heather. My groomer, her name is Heather, so I'll bring it up to her. I'm like, hey Heather, why don't you stream this?
Yeah, Heather,
Because
get
she's
on
gonna,
that.
yeah, she probably will. Because she's so excited. Like she's gonna be probably videoing the whole thing while she's here because it's her very first time ever going to a pet show.
And
So
you're. I think I what I'm sensing is that you're actually more excited for her to see it because she's never seen one,
I
and you get to share it with
am.
her, right?
I am. Like for my daughter, like my kids, they grew up in the salon. So like they go to the shows already. They know what it's all about. So my daughter's like, meh. But she's happy because she gets to see all the colorful dogs and stuff. But she's so acclimated to seeing all this all her life since she was born that like she's just like, But Heather, she's been grooming for I think 5 years now. Never been to a grooming show. I'm like, girl, I should have entered you into the grooming contest. She's like, no. I'm like, yeah. Like all that pressure, like that's what makes people go and move and be better,
Yeah,
because
totally.
you don't want to mess up. So I think I'm going to California next month
Oh yeah,
for
where
the
in California is it?
we're going to Pasadena.
Cool.
Pasadena for the East Coast Pet Show, and then in August I will be in Illinois for the All American Grooming Show as well. So that's super exciting because now that it's nice outside,
Yeah,
everything's opening up,
and
people
people
are
getting
starting to
back
mingle
in. Yeah.
more. It's so exciting. And then when I get back to Milwaukee, I'm picking up my Doberman Infinity up. I'm going to pick her up. And then once I get into Milwaukee, then I'm going to move everything into my boutique. So like everything is moving so quickly for me. It's like,
I know there's so much going on. So many things I want to ask you, but the first thing I want to ask you is when you showcase your skills on an animal, what is it better to have a long hair or a short hair? What is the best to showcase your talent on?
I think the best thing to showcase your talent on, well, long or short doesn't matter. It depends on the breed. But for me specifically, I love like a curly coat. So like your Bichons, your poodles. I mean, even Shih Tzus you could do too, because the volume in their hair is so nice that you could pretty
Mm,
much style it anyway. But those are the better ones because they're more froey like. So you can like shape them and make different things with it. So that would be my go-to personally. Whereas like if you do like a long hair, like an Afghan or like a Lhasa, like a Lhasa Apso. You can, but it's pretty like simple. The more complicated ones are the fun ones because that's when you can show your true technique. So that's my area that I like.
I got you. Now, I have to ask you, what is going on with your brick and mortar place? The one you've been working on. Is it are we getting close to opening?
We are. I was waiting on the city of Brookfield to send their inspectors in, but because of COVID, they had like so many people go that you had to wait and wait and wait. So I'm like, okay, I'm patient. God's timing. It'll happen when it's supposed to.
When
I'm
it's
not going to
supposed
stress
to?
myself out. Yep. So the last inspector is coming today for the build out for like the walls and everything like that. The electrician and the plumber that got done yesterday. So Armando, he's the one working on my walls and my build out. He's bringing everything he needs with him. He's finishing it this weekend while I'm gone. When I get back on Monday, it's going to be ready for me to just walk in and set up. And I'm going to be so stinking excited.
Wow, look at you!
I'm
I
going
mean,
to be
you're so
I'm
busy,
so excited.
Mr. Producer. Am I breaking here, or am I going straight through? I'm going straight through. Okay, good, cool. So now, take me through because I've never seen one of these. I saw Best in Show. That's the only thing that I know about one of these things, but that's about the dogs. But can it be a dog, a cat? Does it have to be dogs in this where you're at right now?
I think they're only doing dogs
Okay.
because some dogs don't like cats and some cats don't like dogs. So that could cause a huge problem.
Right.
So usually I believe they would do only one specific like type of animal.
Okay.
So yeah.
Well, you
So it's
specialize in
just
dogs
dogs.
anyway, don't you?
Yeah. Yeah.
But
I'm a
but
dog
yeah, but
person.
you're here for your fragrance. And can you plug the fragrance again? Tell people where to get it.
Yeah, on officialpetboutique.com. I sell all of them are listed on there. All of them. All of them. And when people do make orders, like I do send out extra. So like let's say you order like 5 bottles, I usually send like 7. Like
Mm.
I send things that I like because I want you to try it. I'm just like, well, you made that order. I'm gonna give that and that. Or like I'll send some like bows, like boutique items. So like the collars, the accessories for them. Like I always throw stuff in extra because it's always nice to get gifts, to get things that you didn't order.
Yeah, why
I think
not?
so. I
I'm with
love
you on
it.
that one. That's cool. I mean,
I
I
love
got
it.
DoorDash the day from McDonald's and they got me free apple pie, and I thought that was cool.
See? I bet you were super happy about
I
that too.
was. I was. It was just a little bit, but I wasn't expecting it, so it was cool. But anyway, so um, now tell me, take me through what's going to happen now. You're waiting to get into, I guess your hotel probably, and you stopped
Yeah.
and you did this interview. So what's the first thing that happens? After you settle in, and do you go down and scope the area out?
Yep.
I don't.
So I actually Heather drove me and she said she's Speedy Gonzalez. We made it here 2 hours early. Like, I was like, girl, really? So
She's
I
excited too,
called,
probably.
yeah. So I called the venue manager and I'm saying, hey, I was like, I'm Aminah, blah, blah, blah. I made it here early. Is there any way I can set up early? Because their setup times are from like 1 to 6. And I was like, okay, we got to leave Milwaukee at this time. We can make it at this time. And I got podcasts at this time. I have to strictly like organize this. Otherwise it won't be good. So we made it there. I checked it out. We went in. I saw my table. I requested another table. And so he's like, why don't you go for lunch? And when you get back, I'm gonna have this set up different for you. I'm like, yeah, that's awesome. I was like, I'm gonna go check into the hotel. I'm gonna do this and the third. I called the hotel. I'm like, hey, my name is Aminah. I made it here early. Can I check in early? She's like, oh, 35 minutes. I'm like, okay. 35 minutes. So I sent my daughter and my groomer over to the store across the way there so I can take care of this here. And
Mhm.
I'm gonna go in when I'm done with my podcast. I'm gonna move all my stuff into the hotel. I'm gonna go back to the Roberts Center. That's where the dog show is at. I'm gonna set up my whole booth. I've been mingling, making acquaintances, like swapping out businesses. So
Yeah, this is
promoting
probably
one.
a huge contact
Huge,
and networking thing.
huge. Yes, it is so exciting. Like you have no idea. Like you have no like I don't
I
think
don't.
anything could happen.
I'm looking how excited
N-
you are. It's pretty cool.
nothing could happen today. I don't care what it is to steal my happy. I don't care what it is. Somebody would be so mad that they're mad by themselves. Like they would be mad by themselves. So I'm gonna go back to the Roberts Center. I'm gonna set up my booth. I'm gonna take a walk through. I'm gonna visit all the other vendors, introduce myself. I'm gonna drop off some cards. I'm gonna get all their cards. I because I got to do that because I'm one of them people. I just need to know everybody like that. 'Cause you never know. You might need something in the future. You know what I mean? Like all the grooming apparel, stuff like that. Like I'm going to need that because this is not my last brick and mortar I'm building out. It's not. I know it's
Yeah.
not because
Oh, I don't think it is either.
at the end of my time, I was telling my kids this, at the end of my time, this company I'm building, I want it to be worth about $10 billion before I
Wow.
die.
Wow.
And one of these kids is going to have to pay attention and step up. My son, Ben, he's the eldest. He probably could handle like all of the electronical formats. Amir, he could probably handle like the money aspect. He's 9 and he's been like throwing money ideas at me. I'm just like, wow, how do you know about that, boo boo? I call him boo boo. And then Nadia, my 11-year-old, she's my CEO girl. She's my hire and fire girl. She
Oh,
has that.
wow. She's got
That's
that
my
thing.
Yeah, she does. And
Oh,
I'm just
wow.
like, I don't know what kind of husband you're gonna have, but that's gonna be interesting because I don't know how that works like that. But you know,
It's so great if there's any depiction of someone who loves what they do, you're seeing it right now because you just the way you're talking about everything and about your plans on what you're going to do. You love what you do, don't you?
I do. It just seems like it's so effortless for me. It's so effortless. And it's so fun. Like, and that's why people like when they see how fun it is and they see how easy, well, it's easy for me because this is what I do. But like once you get acclimated to it and you start enjoying it and being around the right people is essential, is so essential.
Mm.
Like my girl Heather, like she wasn't always with me. She started out like in corporate, and it's a dog eat dog world out there. People don't want to help people, and for me, like if she's grooming and I see her struggling, I'm not gonna wait for her to ask me for help. I'm gonna step in and help her and just do it so she can move on with life. You
Right.
know what I mean? Like
Right.
I'm
Yeah.
like Heather, this is the way you should do it, just like this, and I'll just do it and show her. Even if I gotta show her 5 times, that's cool with me because it takes me 2 minutes to show her something that's gonna take her 30 minutes.
Yeah.
And to show her the right way to do it so she can make her money faster. We can, get more people in. She'll be happier. I'm happier. We got a good aura going on. We're all on the same page. It's not about being greedy with money. It's not because money will come naturally all by itself. When you have good surroundings, good people, you're having fun, you love it, and my kids are always around because it's what it is. It's they're just there. So
Yeah.
they know what's going on. And Heather, she has her daughter, you know, it's a family thing and we're going to grow this to be huge. And Heather has other girls that are groomers too. And I'm like, you should tell them to come on over to the new boutique and try something new, get out of the old shacks that they're in and come over here. Let me show them my techniques and
I mean
help better them.
that's what a great mentor does.
Yeah.
And Mr. Producer, I know I don't have my clock here, but okay, thank you. But a mentor is so important. And that's what you're doing for this person. Did you have one? Did you have someone? Well, you're so independent. I
I
don't even know if
didn't.
you you didn't. You did it
I
yourself.
didn't. I didn't. I didn't have a mentor at all. Like I struggled through all
You
of it,
figured it
through
out by
all
yourself.
I had to there's so many mistakes. I'm just like, I'll do something. I'm like, oh, note to self, don't do that
Right.
again,
Right.
and over the course of years, I mean, you just like, you formulate your own structure, your own technique. And I like my technique and all my customers do too.
Yeah.
All
Yeah.
of them do. And, I've been, since March, I've been doing a build out on an official pet boutique. And so far, and usually, I have to build it up on Google, it's a new build out and stuff like that with a new business name. So far, I got, I think, 35-star reviews so far.
Wow.
Yeah, in just like a couple of weeks. Because I started it late. I think it's been about a month it's been up. So I say it's like one a
That's
day.
crazy. I love how much pride you take in what you do. I think that's the coolest thing, and I'm
It
sure that
is.
you're showing that to your kids, and
Oh, yeah.
you're prepping them, right? I mean, how
Oh,
important is
yeah.
it lead by example for your kids? How important is that?
Oh, my God. They watch me. They're like, so what's your next move, Ma? Like, I'm just like, hold on, let me think about this for a second. And whatever I do, it just works. But I think it's because I got a lot of faith. I called God out I called him out. I'm like, it's your show. Like, you're using me as your vessel. I mean, you got to show these kids because we got to teach our generation something that's worth something. And if I can be a leader and create 4 little tiny leaders, and they can flip that and see how I mentored them and led them, they're going to lead 4 more on that 4, and it's going to continue on.
On and on and on. Yeah. It's like a
and
pyramid scheme of good stuff.
Yeah. And it has to be that way, because otherwise the kids nowadays are so lost.
Yeah.
Because people work 9 to 5s and they get lost in chasing that money instead of chasing their dream and letting the money come to them.
Yeah.
You know, and I was just talking to my son Ben about this, and he's 16, he'll be 17. And I'm like, Ben, you're not going to be an employee. He's like, Mom. I'm just like, no, Ben, you're going to open a business. He's like, we have the same idea, but different, because, you know, he's 16, so he sees it a little differently.
Yeah.
Like,
which is kind of cool sometimes, right?
Yeah, but see, he goes by his friend's house and he sees their parents and how they make their money, how they live their life. Then he looks at me and I'm just like, I got 20 things going on.
You're hustling 24/7. But you've been doing it your whole life.
Yeah. And you know, you can't always be in survival mode. You can't always be in survival mode. You have to be in live mode. You have to be able to live. And that's the goal. And I want my kids to be able to live. You know, you see me going in survival mode, but let me show you how to live. So once I'm going to say, give me like 5 years. Oh, and by the way, I'm hoping for this show to generate 100K. So if I can get prayers from everybody to say a prayer for me, please.
Let's go. Hey, let's give it love. She's been giving love to everybody out here for we've done so many shows together, and it's always, you know, she wants to tell you what she knows so you can be better. So let's give it back. Let's all send our prayers over to Miss Aminah, and that this is very lucrative, and it turns out real well, because she's so excited. And Aminah, I'm so happy for you. I love to see someone passionate about what they do. And finally, I get to see your face and see, she's about what she says. Totally. 100%. Like every show we've done, now it just registers with me, and it's proof just by seeing you, how you smile when you're talking about what you're doing and stuff like that. So cool. Aminah, we're at the end of our show here, but I always like to leave the end with you if you want people to think about something or anything. We're already praying for you that you're going to do well. But as my grandmother says, you have the floor, Aminah.
Yes, everybody, follow your dreams. Don't chase the money. The money will come all by itself. And I hope all of you have a blessed day. Pray for me, for my show. And I'm going to pray for all of you. And when I get out, anybody who's listening, I pray for all good things to come to you for the remaining of the year, and all these blessings and wishes and prayers that you've been asking for, that they come true, because God says that he ain't going to forget about us, and he's going to make all things doable. And he'll bless you abundantly more than what you ask for. So I'm asking for 100K.
That's my buddy. That's Miss Aminah. Guys, we'll be right back. Broadcasting from the business capital of the world, this is the Podcast Business News Network.
For nearly 2,000 severely injured veterans, everyday life has become filled with barriers.
Day-to-day simple tasks can become pretty daunting.
I have to carry my chair up 2 flights of steps or have somebody do it for me.
What scares me the most is just the falling.
When I'm struggling with my house, I think, to have that one great barrier just knocked down, I mean, it's crucial.
Home for Our Troops is a wonderful nonprofit that builds a
mortgage-free, fully adaptive, handicap-accessible house. And there's no catch.
It'll be our very first home that we've ever owned.
This is a game changer.
This is where your life begins again.
We need you to join us in completing this important mission. Please visit hfotusa.org and help build homes and rebuild lives.
Because of you, everything's going to be okay.